Welcome to Elissa Goodman Show, and every week I have the honor of interviewing game changers in the wellness arena. And today I have Candice Puthawala. She has come up with a beauty bar which has adaptogens, and I think it's sugar-free as well. We're going to talk more about it, but you'll get to see the packaging, which is absolutely gorgeous, and it tastes amazing, and who doesn't love chocolate? So, and also her story is pretty incredible in terms of how she got to this place to make the chocolate, and it's only launched a little over a year ago, so congratulations.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you.
I'm so excited to be on here with you.
I'm excited to hear how this all came about. Of course, I kind of know, but yes.
From fashion to chocolate.
Yeah.
It's kind of a, big change for me.
Right. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you were in fashion, were you eating a lot of chocolate? And I noticed.
No. That's the thing. I never liked chocolate.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah.
So you were working in the fashion business, and I assume it burned you out a little bit?
Beyond burned me out. I was in the fashion industry for close to 2 decades. And my body, I would say like the last 10 years, I really struggled. I was really good at what I did, and that's why I stayed in for so long. But I always envisioned, one day I want to do something inspiring with my life. Like one day when I'm older and I'm all grown up, I want to do something different.
Right.
And
you were envisioning that like a...
Yeah, I kept saying, I want to do something that inspires women, do, my take two in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was the last 3 years of being in the fashion world, I was dealing with inflammation, and I was dealing with it specifically in my fingers. I felt tired all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say you can sleep 8 to 9 hours a night,
right?
Work out and eat all the kale in the world and still get ill
and still not feel good, right? Exactly.
Yeah. And that's really what happened.
So did you have like a rheumatoid arthritis issue?
So it was during Fashion Week, and I remember waking up and things were kind of hazy and fuzzy, and it went on for almost 2 weeks. During that trade show, I was diagnosed with MS. They told me I had an attack on my brain.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and got a second opinion. And I was told I had RA, then I was told I had lupus. This went on for 3 years.
So no one really diagnosed it specifically?
I went on RA medication for a year.
Okay.
And I tried
how'd that make you feel?
Honestly, it didn't help.
Okay.
And I kept getting shots in my pinky. My pinky was so swollen. It was black and blue. I remember showing people, and I would just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to ignore it because I don't know what to do.
Right.
But it would be waking up in the middle of the night. When you wake up in the middle of the night and that's sort of when anxiety hits, and I just felt like I was in this dark hole, like, Candice, you've got to get yourself out of this.
Mm-hmm.
This is stress and you need to change your life.
Right.
I think I knew
this
intuitively.
Isn't working.
And so I stopped all the medication. I stopped getting the shots in my pinky because they wanted to put me on cancer medication. And I thought, there's no way. I'm going to get to the root of this.
Yeah.
And so I walked away from my career. It took some time. I would say I held on for about 2 more years after that. And I was just crying all the time. I had anxiety. I'm someone very happy and very positive.
Yeah.
And this life wasn't working for me any longer. And I knew that I had to do my life different.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm going to wind up in bed. I'm going to wind up with these horrible autoimmune diseases. So I fired all my brands. I closed down my showroom. And I said, hasta la vista to the fashion world. I have never been more scared or felt more alive the day that I quit my career. I just felt free. I felt like I was in prison for so many years. Again, there were parts of my job that I did love, but overall, I just wanted to do something that was in my heart and my soul and just made me feel happy. There's no balance in that industry.
Right.
There's no meditating. And I think that I am someone who has always been a spiritual person.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to shove that down. I was always an artist. I had to shove that down.
Right.
Because I was a young mom and just was had to be all business.
Right. And you had to make money.
So I lost parts of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I need to go back to those parts of myself that I lost.
And how did this then, how long did it take to come up with an idea of
I know. What do you do when you don't know what to do? When you're almost starting over?
Meditate.
Yeah, I actually did. I got back to meditation.
Right.
I always say chocolate came to me in my meditation. What happened was I started working with an integrative doctor here in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. She helped me get to the root of it. I had candida, adrenal fatigue, thyroid was off. It was a hot mess.
Yeah.
And so doing the candida diet, I went sugar-free.
Okay.
She put me on adaptogens before it was even cool. I didn't even know what it was.
How many years ago was that?
This was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
This is like right before it hit, before all the mushroom,
Right.
all that happened. So I went sugar-free. This is when collagen was hitting. So she got me on collagen. I had been vegan for most of my life. I wasn't eating, properly. Wasn't having enough fat in my diet. I wasn't having enough variety of foods and things like that because I was just very
like limited.
Yeah, I would definitely, not allow myself to eat certain things. That's how it was in the fashion industry.
Yeah.
Which is, I dealt with disordered eating most of my life.
Oh, was that because of weight and just keeping yourself skinny?
I just, you always want to be, we would make jokes like, oh, we want to be amazing-ated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful.
Yeah.
We want people to worry about us. And it's like, no, that's,
No.
That was part of why my body broke down. So going sugar-free is when I started getting this craving for chocolate. And I signed up for IIN.
Oh, okay.
So I went to the Institute of Integrative Nutrition.
Yeah.
And I started to really dive deep into this like rabbit hole of wellness going, oh my gosh, like this is how I got ill. Like I really started to understand it wasn't the foods I was eating. It was how I was living my life. It was how I was speaking to myself.
Right.
It was so mean and nasty to myself. I also signed up for Toastmasters. Helped me with my public speaking.
Okay.
I wanted to go out and I didn't want to be scared of anything anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to live in a way, go after the things that has scared me the most, and
You wanted to be fearless.
Yes, in a different way, because I'd always been fearless, maybe in business and going after what I wanted,
But not in your personal world.
Yeah, not in an authentic way. And so I went after those things and really got into chocolate. I couldn't find any good chocolate on the market that was sugar-free that I enjoyed. As you know, there's a lot of them that have like fillers and all kinds of different things that will affect your gut health even further. And even my husband thought it was funny. He's like, you've never been into chocolate. And then I signed up for Matthew Kenny Culinary School. I'm sure you know him. He's really big in the world, in the wellness space. And I always wanted to go to his culinary school. And so I found myself there after I became a holistic health coach. And that's where I learned how to make legit amazing chocolate.
So was that the first thing you kind of dove into? Was just
it was
making chocolate?
It was cheeses, which I'm really a fan.
So vegan cheeses.
Yes, I love making all the nut cheeses.
Yeah.
I love fermentation, and I learned a lot. I kind of knew going in there, I didn't want to be a health coach. I kind of had this idea, maybe I'll do a chocolate brand.
Yeah.
Maybe I would scour the aisles of Erewhon and, what new brands are out, because that was my background. I was in wholesale.
Yeah.
In the fashion world, I love selling things, and I love, I just thought, why not share a product that makes people feel good? And it just hit me the week that we did chocolate. And then towards the end, when we were going to graduate, they said, you have to come up with your own brand and present it to Matthew. And everyone tests it out, and you just sort of present your brand. And it just flew through me. Like I was like, it's a chocolate
Like
brand.
effortless. This was
effortless.
like it.
Yes.
Yeah, you knew.
It just went through me, and I'm like, it's going to be sugar-free. I'm adding adaptogens and pearl collagen.
Love
because
pearl collagen.
in the fashion world, it was all about beauty from the outside. And this time around, it's about beauty from the inside out for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why not make all these beauty foods and make it taste amazing? And I wanted to have a beautiful box. So I got inspired by Parisian soap boxes from my trip to Paris. Anyone that knows
what
me,
they look like.
Yeah.
That's right. They do.
Yeah.
They're just they're very French and
vintage, feminine, but just sort of modern at the same time.
Yeah.
And I said it's gonna be called Beauty Bar Chocolate. Presented it. Everyone loved it.
You came out with one type. What was the first type that you came out with?
So the first one, so when I launched it in January, I launched the pink one.
Okay.
And that has rhodiola, which really helped me, balance my hormones. It gave me, which I call peaceful focus.
Yeah.
That was
great
something,
for adrenals.
Yes.
Too, right?
For my adrenal fatigue. And it just really kind of made me feel calm, but energized. Because I'd always been on this, I'm not grounded by nature, and I would always tend to drink a lot of coffee, and it would give me anxiety.
Yeah.
And my doctor and my integrative doctor would say, Candice, you need to calm it down. You can have more focus that way. I'm like, really?
Yeah, most of us don't realize that. I
thought it would just fall asleep.
I love that part.
But it's probably because I had really bad adrenal fatigue that I would, and I needed it.
We're just so used to being amped up, and that amped upness is not healthy for us. But
no,
if we
and
could
I've
be
learned the hard
calm
way.
and also, do the same amount of work and same amount of focus and energy, we don't relate those two. are those things together.
Absolutely not.
So.
I mean, and it's been the best thing. I call it, so one of my taglines is eat for peace, focus, and glowing skin. And it really has helped me. And what I found is cacao is actually grounding.
Yeah.
I never knew that. It's very magical.
Very calming.
It's very calming, but yet energizing. And it really started to help me feel, I fell in love with chocolate.
So do you not drink coffee anymore?
Only when I'm like in Italy or like special occasions. Like I feel like you can get away with everything in Italy.
Right.
But I try to stay away because it gives, but I do matchas.
Yeah, okay.
And I throw in all my sun potion adaptogens and things like that.
So you put the reishi in the first one.
Oh, so it's rhodiola.
Rhodiola, right.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
But rhodiola and pearl collagen. I sweeten it with a brand called Lecanto monk fruit.
Love Lecanto monk fruit. Yes.
Love that brand. They are, non-GMO. They don't put anything bad in their products.
Yeah.
I really researched all of the products that I put into my chocolate. I use Sun Potion adaptogens. I use a very high quality cacao, Rio Reba cacao.
Oh, yeah.
And the man who I get it from, Divine Organics, he's been in the cacao world for, 30 plus years.
Right.
And so it really was important to me to use good, high quality ingredients. And you can taste it.
Yeah.
You can absolutely taste it.
Do you sell also on a website?
I do.
Okay.
On beautybarchocolate.com. I'm getting into a lot of stores.
Where are
which is
you
exciting.
at these days?
So I just launched in Free People, Blushington. I'm at Plate Fit, Pause Float Studio. Talk about an amazing place.
Right.
And I'm working on getting into Air One because
doctors too.
Oh, I'm in doctors' offices. It's amazing because I have a lot of my old fashion buyers reach out and they're like, Candice, I'm so proud of you. Can I carry your brand?
Yeah.
Like I would be honored. And I love the fact that, because I say this is my fashion meets wellness product. It's everything in one. And I can sell really to anywhere.
Right. Right. What does the future hold?
Then I launched my second bar, the CBD Pearl Collagen.
Okay.
And that has been, people are loving it.
And how much CBD is in that?
100 milligrams.
Okay.
It's THC free. And it really works similar to an adaptogen.
It does.
It's really helped me.
Right.
And then my future plans, I plan to launch a third bar in the next 2 months or less. And I want to do more of a relaxing one with, like a coconut milk. So it's more of a milk chocolate.
Okay.
And I'm going to put in some herbs that, you can, eat a few pieces of these and go and have a nice sleep.
So it's more like sleepy time,
Yes.
kind of like nighttime.
Absolutely.
And you can eat this any time of the day, right?
Absolutely.
So
you can eat it all the
even
time.
at night.
Even at
So
night.
it's not going to make you.
I have these at night all the time.
Okay.
I just thought, why not add, because I'm big on like magnesium. I'm big on, passion flower and all these things that really help you in reishi. Why not make something that is more calming,
Right.
And also I get asked for milk chocolate as well.
Right. I know a lot of people love the milk chocolate. I'm a dark chocolate
I am
girl.
too. I would do it 100%. I mean, if you get a good cacao, it's incredible.
So now that you've found your passion, your purpose, and you're just, loving what's happening here, how does it feel for you in your body and just you
Oh
yourself?
my gosh.
Is it like a whole different world?
Yes.
It's like,
everyone that sees me, that hasn't seen me for a while, the first thing out of their mouth is, wow, you seem really calm and just, you were always glowing,
Yeah.
but you're glowing even more.
yeah.
I just really started.
You do glow.
Thank you.
So I'm just saying, yes, there is a
Thank you.
beautiful calm and glowness
Thank
about
you.
you. So
I've worked really hard on myself.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, it really came down to treating myself kinder.
yeah,
And that, takes a lot of work. I think as women, it's natural. We want to, especially in the fashion world, everyone just putting themselves down. It was such a self-deprecating industry.
yeah,
And I just couldn't live that way anymore. So now I surround myself with women who are just the most beautiful people, inside and out. I just feel like I'm just comfortable. Like I'm able to be myself. I don't care if people are judging me anymore. That's been the biggest game changer.
yeah.
I went back to my natural hair color. For years.
What color was it before?
It was very blonde.
I was.
And I loved being blonde,
Yeah,
but I did it for the wrong reasons. I felt that I was always trying to be someone else. And finally I said, you know what? I just want to be me. Like
Yeah.
I haven't been this color since I was 18.
Right.
I just want to be me. And I just did a photo shoot last week with my new color. I've had it for several months now, but
not long. Okay, this is new.
And I saw my photo shoot for the first time. And I don't know, like when you get photo shoots back, you're like, oh my gosh. It's the first time I said, this is me. I actually really love it. It's just natural and fresh, and I feel like me.
Yeah.
And I just realized in that moment how much work I have done on myself, because before I'd be picking apart, oh, I don't look good here or there, and just feeling, I just feel calmer. I feel more peaceful inside, and it really makes me happy. Just, I love that. And I feel passionate about my life again. I no longer feel like I want to run and hide underneath the sheets all day.
Such a great, yeah, true. It's such an incredible story, because, you know, so it's so powerful, and so many women out there, you know, are in your shoes where you were in the fashion industry and would love to be, you know, where you are now in terms of like just finding something that really excites you when you get up in the morning every day, right? Because
absolutely, you just start doing the things that you love, because people are like, how did you find it?
Yeah.
Like, just, you know, I actually went back to what I did as a child and a teenager, and I was always an artist. I was always designing things, cooking things, making clothes. Like, you know, I need to go back to her. Like, she was my inspiration, my 18-year-old self.
Right. Right.
And it just feels good to bring her back. I'm like, she's back. She's back.
And back and strong.
Oh, and strong. I am just getting started.
I could tell. What kind of things are you hearing from people who are buying the chocolate?
Well, one of the best things that I didn't expect when I first launched it, I said, this is chocolate for women, because it's obviously feminine.
Yes. And the packaging's slightly feminine.
The funniest thing, and the cute, I think it's darling, men go crazy for this chocolate. I just did an event with the Bulletproof guys,
Dave
the CEO.
Asprey?
Yeah, they all love it. They invited me. They wanted me to be their sponsor at their biohacking event.
Wow.
Which I'm obsessed with all the biohacking stuff. It's so cool. And they are obsessed. Men at all of my wellness events, they're the ones coming up getting thirds and fourths and fifths. They're buying several boxes from me. They're walking around with the pink box, and oh, they go crazy. I get emails from women saying, my husband just ate it all.
Oh, I love it.
It's adorable.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have to say that was a big surprise. So I've quickly changed, you know, it's chocolate for everybody, of course.
Right. Because you were focusing on women.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I know, you know, it's better to always have a focus when you're just launching, you know, this is what my focus is. But I realized real quickly that, you know, I'm being sexist. The men want it too.
Yes, true. A little bit. And also, I mean, chocolate is for everybody.
I didn't realize how happy chocolate makes people. I've had people cry. You know, the funniest thing is I want to start doing videos, because people are like, oh, it's sugar-free, it's got what in it? And they're like, I was just at a Sophie Ulio event, and this woman she's like my biggest fan, and she was the funniest. She goes, I don't know about this. And they put it in their mouth, and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah,
I'm going
to have to try it.
Buying, she must buy 20 from me a month. I mean, it's just incredible.
20 boxes?
Oh, at a time.
Oh my goodness.
She's amazing, and she just couldn't believe how amazing it was.
Okay. It is pretty amazing. Like, I've tried a lot of chocolates. I've scoured the aisles as you have at Air One.
Yeah.
I seem to pick up the stevia ones.
Yeah. Which it's a little bit harder.
They're not like, I mean, they're okay. I mean, I don't mind stevia, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
This is spectacular.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
This one has a little bit of vanilla, and the other one doesn't. So they're very subtle changes, but it's
my
delicious.
fiance loves chocolate, so
yeah, I'll have to give you some to give to
you
him.
will have. I'm going to be ordering a lot too. But so I asked all my guests if they had to sum up their mission, their purpose in one word, what would yours be?
I would say peace, and that's really something, inner peace. It's something that if we have peace inside of ourselves, everything is calmed down. The anxiety goes away. You know, illness is really hard to live in a body that's peaceful.
Yeah. And
your skin is glowing. You feel vibrant. And that, for me, that's, you know, again, it goes back to my tagline, eat for peace, focus, and glowing skin. It's something I work on every day. And if I can bring peace into people's lives just for a few moments while they eat the chocolate, you know, that makes me so happy. And the adaptogens help with that, and the collagen and the cacao, and just mindfully eat it. My brand is not just chocolate. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're fabulous.
So are you.
I love
God,
what
so glad
you've
I met
done.
you.
And the taste is fantastic. And peace is crucial right now. I mean, it is
everywhere.
Like everywhere.
Yes.
And to be able to, you know, I feel the same way. Peacefulness and inner peace
Yes.
is like, that's where the health and wellness really, that's where we thrive, I think.
Yes, that is exactly right. I agree with you.
Thank you.